Mrs. Z and Fifth. What's going on, everybody? Zaccheus, what up?
It was good. Good to be here.
Yeah. This is the Fifth General speaking. Let's get into what we're going to talk about today. This is episode, 14, right?
14, yeah.
Yeah. See, sometimes I get mixed up with the numbers. All right. Give y'all a quick breakdown of what we're talking about today. We're going to talk about Jussie Smollett, even though we've stayed away from this topic, but we will talk about the recent updates on Jussie. We're going to talk about what's going on with R. Kelly. Good Lord. The Oscars. Definitely we're going to get into that. We're gonna also get into some more racist stuff that happened this month with the fashion.
Burberry.
I don't want to forget about that. Burberry with their garbage.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about
crazy.
that. We are. All right. Let's start off with R. Kelly. That way we can kind of get him out the way. So R. Kelly, Lord help us. I'm just trying to figure this out. This man done had a 6-part documentary series. Is this 4 parts, whatever how long it is. I don't care. But he done had this Surviving R. Kelly documentary against him, and then R. Kelly gets himself in more trouble? Really?
It's crazy.
So allegedly, he reportedly has more sexual video evidence against him and sexual abuse. With allegedly, there's a film with him and another minor. Allegedly.
Oh, wow.
Now it didn't say that. It didn't confirm that she was a minor, but allegedly it could be a minor. I don't understand this. But, recently he had he pled not guilty to the charges of sexual abuse.
Yes.
So he's not charged with pedophilia. So that's why I have to say alleged, because you have to prove that the girl was underage for you to have a pedophilia charge. But it's saying that there's an accuser of alleged sex abuse, and there's video evidence against him. So I don't know if this is true or not, but I just felt like a guy who's under so much fire would really watch himself. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of, it's like he feels that he's untouchable. That's what I don't know. Some people walk around like they're untouchable, and they think that they can never be caught.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, because they have all this popularity, they have all this fame. They think that they're untouchable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable,
Well, he was acquitted of the original case back in 2002. So let me just make sure I say that.
I remember that.
So now it's like, once again, we're hearing something similar of the sort. So this is what they're saying. This is according to CNN, that the videotape depicts Mr. Kelly engaged in illegal sexual assault of a 14-year-old girl. It is approximately 55 minutes long in length.
Wow.
So 55 minutes. So that's what they're trying to say. But here's the thing. They have to prove that this girl is 14. Because like I said, you can't charge him with pedophilia if the girl or woman is of legal age. But if she's not of legal age, he's done. If they could prove that this is him.
Yeah.
So, like I say, he pled not guilty. We gonna see what happens, because this is getting crazy.
Man.
This is getting crazy.
Yeah, because he's pleaded right. Yeah, that's the latest right now. He pleaded not guilty to this accusation. So we're gonna see how everything unfolds, but the ball not looking like it's in his corner at all, man. It's just looking like he really all allegations are coming against him.
Well, I can't say I'm not surprised because I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you why I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because this documentary came out, so I feel like this was a precursor to what could happen. He was already. I feel like he was under the microscope even more. So I'm not surprised that this has happened because it's like, okay, you. There's been a documentary about you. Social media has been lighting up and going crazy for this topic. So I can't say that I'm not surprised that all of a sudden we have something new against him. I mean, I feel like the documentary itself was used in a way to criminalize him anyway.
Oh yeah, if you look at, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the documentary, man, if you ever looked at it, you see, it made the dude look like a criminal, man. Woo.
Yeah,
man.
So R. Kelly bail is set to $1 million.
Yes,
and so he has, so he got a couple things going on, man. This man got overdue rent, child support, and his bail was set at $1 million.
Jeez.
He wasn't able to pay it.
Well, but you know why? Because they canceling all these concerts, and which would understand. All the people that were supposed to be working with him in the future is pulling away from him.
Well,
he's not getting no streams,
and
he's not receiving no streams. Yeah.
Right, he's not. I just want to say real quick why his bail is this much. So the judge basically set $250,000 for each of the alleged victims in the case, and that's how we equal up to $1 million. It says to leave police custody, he's required to pay 10% of the total or $100,000. Okay, so I guess he hasn't paid.
Wow.
I guess he wasn't able to afford 10% or the $100,000.
Boy.
So so they're saying that he doesn't actually have the money at the moment.
No.
So he's under police custody right now. Illinois does not have bail bondsmen. Oh, snap. Interesting.
Ooh. Yeah.
R. Kelly owes, this is according to CNN, R. Kelly owes more than $169,000 unpaid child support.
Ooh.
The court ordered R. Kelly to make a monthly payment of $20,833 on January 8th, 2009. Dang, back then.
Ooh.
But he failed to show up to that hearing per court documents. To avoid being held in contempt of court, a judge ordered he pay $161,663 by March 6th.
Man, well, he ain't got that money though.
And he owes $166,000 in unpaid rent for his studio. His Chicago studio, music studio, not studio apartment.
Yeah, music studio. Wow. Jeez.
Okay.
This man is drowning in debt, man. But oh boy. Now things not looking good for R. Kelly, boy.
Yeah. Well, hey. You was talking about his music career. Is it pretty much done? Is it pretty much done from this point?
You know, when you see everybody pulling away from you, you go and you stream you type up R. Kelly, you go online, you type up R. Kelly, you see this artist saying this, R. Kelly's a scumbag, and R. Kelly, and I should never work with R. Kelly. That was a mistake, and you hear canceled and certain things being pulled from him.
Yeah,
endorsements. So it's they're trying to say his career has ended. He's because of this, all these this allegation, because it's alleged allegation. All these things are just all these perks are just pulled from him. All this money that he could be getting from concerts is pulled from him.
Yeah.
It's a shame, though. Real shame, real big shame.
Well,
because
he should have been smarter about how he moves, man. Like, yo, you just got free from a situation that happened years ago with that sex tape. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was in 2002. Man, I think I was in high school.
Long time ago. Yeah,
I was in high school when all this was going on. So it's like you got caught up in that situation, and then come on, like, then later on the whole sex dungeon mess and all this alleged stuff and just all this crazy stuff. Like, son, like, you should have just kept your nose clean and got quiet. They didn't deal with nobody, man. Like, you made great music after that, Kels. But you still, like, you got, like, good. R. Kelly has a problem. Like, I'm not calling him a pedophile because I don't want to get sued. But R. Kelly has a problem. Right. The man has a problem, man.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, man, he really does.
You know what it is? It's sad to say that when you don't know, that's not you don't know, but you think that you don't need help.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's too late. So much things going on and so much things happen, and you think that you don't need help. Well, guess what?
Hey, man, we all need help with something. I mean,
we all do. We all do.
We all have our struggles. So, whatever the struggles may be. But this is too much, man. So I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen from this point on with him, but he's definitely out there, man. Any last things you want to say about R. Kelly before we move on to our next subject?
And when you have something good, and then you he's blessed. A lot of artists are not blessed to have certain perks and certain pulls out there. They have great music, but they don't have the pull and they don't have the connects. R. Kelly had all that. Especially coming out of Chicago. He had all that. He worked hard to make his music career back in 88, 87, 88 to make his music career bust, And he had the pull. Back then it was easy to get signed. Back then I won't say it was easy to get signed, but it was more, you had more people, it was more physical. People could just, there was no sending your music to somebody. It was more like opportunity as far as like people could physically walk in to see you sing, and there you go. We can sign you. It was blessed that way, but when you lose control, whatever habit you have, and then you lose control because you can't control that habit.
Yeah,
and I think. And that's what happened to R. Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's move on. Oh, Lord. Jesse, or Jussie, whatever the heck he spells his name and how you say it.
Jussie Smollett, man. Yeah, man.
All right. Crazy, for weeks, I've ignored this. I have. Because things didn't just sound right. Off air, we said, what kind of racist Trump supporter walks around with hot sauce?
Right.
The stories kept changing. One story was they had bleach, ski masks, wearing MAGA hats, Make America Great Again hats. They were shouting out racial slurs. He said they were shouting out racial and homophobic slurs. That's what Jussie said.
Yes.
And this was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning or whatever. He was going to get him a Subway sandwich that late. It was cold. It was cold. It was, it was a brick out there in Chicago, man.
Yeah, cold.
Igloo ice.
In the morning.
Igloo ice. Stories kept changing. He said, one of them said, "Oh, you that expletive from Empire, right?" I would think a Trump supporter doesn't watch Empire.
What I'm saying, what Trump supporter watches Empire?
Just saying, I would think they don't watch that.
Yeah.
Especially a racist Trump supporter, because he's saying these were racist Trump supporters. I mean, let's just keep it raw. I assume anybody who voted for Trump is a suspected racist anyway. But
right.
For the blatant racist, I doubt a blatant racist Trump supporter is going to watch Empire. Empire is a show of a majority black cast. It's a very liberal show. The show is very liberal too. At that,
yes,
it's sexually liberal. If you know what I'm talking about, everybody.
Yeah.
So I would think that they wouldn't watch that show. But anyway, so now we fast forward to make a long story short because I don't want to have to tell the whole thing. So yeah, they got him. They arrested him, saying that the thing was fake. The Nigerian brothers snitched on him. The ones that he allegedly paid a check to. His bail was $10,000? I don't know. He got bailed out. Whatever.
It's $10,000. Yeah.
Yeah. So he got bailed out. I mean, I'm gonna go at it this way. Somebody said, "Hey, I find it interesting how this guy lies, and Chicago was able to solve this case quicker than any other case in Chicago." That's an interesting way to look at that. I mean, it was on the news, the press conferences on CNN, showing Jussie walking out of the being bailed out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of this stuff. So the Nigerians are saying, look, he bought the materials, the rope and everything.
Yeah. Wow.
And then there's affiliations. He knew the guys, so then you have all of this stuff. And the video, they said the video was very fuzzy. You couldn't really make out who it was. You couldn't tell because first he was saying these was MAGA hat, racist, white Trump supporters wearing masks and all of that. So, and it turns out they wasn't that. And then now we're hearing news that they might have underestimated the case or overstated the evidence of the case. I really don't know. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe at this point because Jussie Smollett's credibility is shot. Let me ask you something, Zaccheus.
Yeah.
What do you do you feel? Okay, I can't really ask this in this way. Let me just kind of do it like this.
Okay.
Do you think Jussie's situation here is maybe orchestrated by somebody else? Or do you just think it's all him? Like, do you think that there's a particular team or a marketing machine or something behind him? Maybe a political affiliation? Because I'm gonna get into that. What do you think?
It could be because I heard when the incident
occurred.
When it occurred, when he thought of we thought the incident occurred, the first person he called was Lee Daniels. So I'm not saying this Lee Daniels that orchestrated the whole thing, but I'm just saying that it sometimes people do things for publicity stunt. And if Jussie I believe if it's false, he went about it the total wrong way.
Yeah.
And my thing is this, that he knows, and if it's false, he knows, and whoever orchestrated this whole thing knows that racism and homophobia is two hot topics that is really huge in Europe and here and other places too. It's big. It's a big talk. It's a big thing. It's in order to get in those two topics, get people's attentions all the time.
Yeah.
So if it was false, he write on that. He rewrite on it, and boom. Now people know who Jussie Smollett is.
Yeah, but
everywhere. People that didn't even watch Empire know who he is now. You know what I'm saying? Never even heard of Empire know who he is now.
But in a bad way now.
Yeah.
So that
in a bad way.
This hurt his career. So I read that allegedly Empire has written him he's been they filmed the series, but he's been edited out of a lot of episodes. They're crazy. Saying that he's not even going to be in the last 2 episodes of the season finale now.
Oh.
So he's basically killed his career, man.
Yeah.
And my whole thing was like, Jesse, if there's cameras, like there's cameras everywhere, man, especially in a big city like Chicago.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
In a big city like Chicago, I would think that you know better. Or at least you should know better.
Yeah.
You know?
In Chicago,
you're going to get caught somehow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ain't talking about some small town. We talking about Chicago, man. They got as much cameras as probably New York do. You know what I mean?
Oh yes, they do.
So
yes.
my whole thing is like, what was gonna happen? And then it's kind of like this. We talked about Lee Daniels, right? So I don't know if Lee Daniels was the first person per se, but allegedly, instead of calling the police, he called his management and Lee Daniels. That's what they're saying. They're saying before the police got called, he made other calls before the police got called. And then with the fact that him still having a rope around his neck. Let me tell you something. Black man being attacked with a noose, he not going to still have a rope around his neck.
No,
I'm just
that's
saying.
the first thing he's going to take off.
Come on now. And then, Jesse talked about he fought back and everything. I understand. As you should. You get attacked, you should fall back. You should fight back. But,
yes,
I just want to talk about the other things that were surrounding this. I don't know if you're aware of this, but, there was a particular, there was a lot of news media outlets that were getting mad at the black community. I'm sorry, let me be more specific. The straight black community for not getting behind this story so quickly.
Right.
And I don't like that. After all of them articles of straight black men being attacked for not coming to Jesse's aid, and then now these same media outlets are not calling Jesse a liar. They're not apologizing for the attack on straight black men with these articles.
Right.
So what's the agenda here? Why don't you, if something happened to Jesse, if something really happened to Jesse or anybody else for that matter, because I don't believe you should be attacked. I don't believe because you're gay you should be attacked. But he said it was gay and racial.
That's what he said, yeah.
So, if somebody says, hey, prayers for Jesse, because that's what was happening. I remember I was on my way to work and I'm looking at something on the news feed talking about prayers for Jesse. I'm like, what the heck happened to him? What happened?
Yeah.
All of a sudden they explain what happened.
Yeah, I remember.
So everybody, a lot of actors and actresses and musicians or whatever was saying pray for Jesse and all that. Okay, cool. And then all of a sudden, days going by, and then I'm seeing articles from, people who hate us, especially straight black men, talking about, that black men are being homophobic for not supporting them. How does that make you homophobic? How does that make you anti-gay? Let me just say anti-gay because that's a better word.
Right.
But how does that make you anti-gay for not supporting them? I don't think it wasn't so much of not supporting him. Okay, if I, okay, I'm trying to word this right. I don't think it's so much for lack of support. It's more of a, hey, if that happened, I feel for you, brother. We here for you. that's support.
Right.
But if I don't say anything at all, that doesn't mean I'm against it. That just means I haven't said anything yet because maybe I'm trying to get the stories right.
Right.
I mean, hey.
Right.
We see it all the time when cops kill a black man, woman, and child. The media doesn't automatically say what happened was wrong. The media will say, oh, well, we need to get all the facts.
Right.
Okay. So basically, so the black community was being held accountable for not immediately coming to his aid. But I find that interesting because when we came to the aid of Trayvon Martin and Tamir Rice, we were demonized.
Right.
You know, that doesn't make any sense. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how, you know, you could, and what you know, the media, you know, we know who runs you, we know who operates you. You can't have it both ways. Okay? You can't tell us that we're wrong. You can't tell us that we're wrong for supporting the black man, woman, and child when they're being gunned down by the police, and then your response is he should have complied. You come at us sideways when we support them first, but then you're coming at us sideways for not coming to Jussie's aid immediately, and a lot of people did. So that's a misread and a false accusation. A lot of black people came to his aid. I'm gonna tell you who didn't really come to his aid. A lot of gay white people didn't really come to his aid. Let's
speak it. Tell the truth.
Let's talk about this. Michael Sam. I'm gonna give an example. Michael Sam said this. He said that he experienced more racism in the gay community after he came out the closet than he experienced homophobia in the black community. So he was basically saying that black people accepted him as a whole more so than the gay community accepted him.
Right.
So, you know, this is an experience of a gay black man. This is what Michael Sam said. You know, when he was, you know, public about him and his sexuality on you know, before draft night, back when he was in at that time when he got drafted into the NFL. Okay.
Yeah.
So
at the time,
this is the experience that he talks about. So he already done put it out there that the gay community has racism too. That's basically what he said. And nobody wants to talk about that. So what I want to say to the media out there, you were attacking black folks, but you wasn't holding the other community accountable that Jussie is a part of, claiming to be a part of.
Right. The black community. That's right.
Yeah, you talking about the black community, but you haven't talked about the gay community. You know, and you notice a lot of prominent known gay white people have really backed off of Jussie, man. And so a lot of people were saying, you know, even Cardi B was saying, yo, he messed up Black History Month because he lied.
Yes, I forgot. Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah.
I just want to say this to Cardi. Cardi, what is Cardi? Cardi's like Dominican, right?
Yeah, Dominican.
Okay. She's right. She's something. Her name is Spanish. She got a Spanish name. Okay. Do you know if Cardi even claims to be black? Does she affiliate herself with the rest of the black community? Because let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real.
I never heard her saying that she's black. I never did. But I did one time. I was seeing a music video where she was. I don't know if she. But this is what people do. She was lifting up the Dominican flag and plus the Trinidadian flag. But I don't know if she claims to be.
There's nothing wrong with that. But you get what I'm saying. A lot of so-called Latino community be darker than me and you, be darker than me and you combined, and then still say that they not part of us.
Right.
Now, I'm not trying to put the heat on Cardi, but I just want this to be a thought to people out there who are thinking about it. And my thought is, if somebody from a community, if somebody from a other community shouldn't say that somebody of the black community is messing up Black History Month. Point number 2, if somebody who is supposed to be from our community but doesn't identify themselves as our community shouldn't be speaking on Black History Month. And whether somebody from the black community is messing up Black History Month. I'm just saying. Now, I'm not saying Cardi B's like Sammy Sosa or like
right.
or you know
Sammy Sosa.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm not calling Cardi a coon. I'm not calling her that. I'm not calling her that. But I just want to know. I'm just curious. I just want black people to. I just want to give them a little truth nugget, just for them to think about. Just think about this, black folks. You know, somebody who is part of our community. Somebody who's not part of our community should not dictate what goes on or what counts against or reflects against our community. That's all I'm saying. So God bless you, Cardi B. God bless you. That's all I want to say in a nice way. I don't want no smoke.
Right.
I don't want Offset. I don't want Offset coming from me because I'm not trying to diss her. I'm not trying to disrespect her. But I just want to ask a question. Does Cardi B consider herself part of the black community?
I don't know if she never said it like what's it called? A merengue, the Afro Dominican singer.
Yeah. Oh, Amara La Negra.
Amara La Negra. That's it. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
She's proud to be black, but I never heard Cardi B yet. Actually come out and said.
Well, Amara La Negra is a very dark skinned sister, so she can't even. So she doesn't have straight hair, so she can't even front. She can't even front like she ain't black. She knows she black because the Latino community reminds her that she's black.
Right.
I ain't just talking about white people reminding her that she's black. The racism that goes on in the Latino community that nobody wants to talk about reminds her that she's black. And they would remind Cardi B of that too. Let's just keep it real. I'm pretty sure in the Dominican Republic, the very, 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 very light skinned ones, you know, I'm pretty sure they would, you know, treat her differently because the darker you are in that country, the worse you're treated.
Yeah. In Dominican Republic,
nobody wants to talk about that. So that's a fact.
Look what Sammy Sosa did.
Yeah, he bleached himself. He looking like Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all right, off of that, I kind of veered off. So back to Jussie. Zaccheus, what does this now do to his affiliations? Because his sister, Journey, who has been the most successful sister out of that big family of actors, is this now going to affect her career because she's his sister?
You know what? See, Journey, child, and she's made a name of herself. So Jussie Smollett is considered to be. Oh well, that when they see, that's the brother of Journey. Yeah. So I don't. You see, the thing is that I don't know if that would affect her.
Well, let me just keep it real. The Baldwin brothers, the Wayans brothers, and any other acting family that we could think of, right? If one of them does something very bad or tragic, it does affect the rest of the family because Hollywood feels like, well, we don't want to deal with you because your brother did something or your sister did something. You know,
Yeah.
So there are families in Hollywood, brothers, sisters. There's so many of that. There's so many of that, and in the music industry, let's just keep it real. There was a time where BB Winans allegedly was accused of a domestic dispute before he divorced his wife, and cats was looking at CeCe sideways. CeCe ain't got nothing to do with that.
It's so true.
Okay, so that's why I posed that question.
It's so true. But you know what? Come to think about it, because in the black community, cinema community, we know who Junie is. I don't know if the Europeans know who she is. I mean to be familiarized with her.
Well, if they saw that movie, The Great Debaters, and they've been watching certain things from when she was acting since she was a child, then they might or might not know. But yes, black folks, we definitely know who Journey is, because Journey has been. Yeah.
He's Bayou.
He's Bayou, exactly.
The Great Debaters, He's Bayou. She did some. Most of the cast was predominantly black. She did some film.
You know,
most of the cast are predominantly black. So if she can go and get a role in Hollywood, I don't know if they'll say, "Oh, you're Smollett." Oh, so you're connected to Jussie. I don't know. It may slim the chances of her getting the huge role.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, but I don't know. I don't think the black community is gonna totally shun her.
No, not the black community. But I just said Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah. I don't think, but Hollywood, they may not give her a role because of Jussie.
Yeah.
That stardom elevation role because who she's affiliated with.
Yeah.
They might not, because Hollywood is funny. It's fickle, and they tend to do these things.
Yeah, they do.
It's a very fickle. It's a very like music. It's a very fickle business. So they tend to connect you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It tends to be a wrap for your career because you messed up now. For a perfect example, there was a show that most some people watch. It was a show called that comes on cable TV. They used to have good ratings because one of the guys on the cast did something. He was caught with some underage young girl doing something crazy. So they kind of cut the episode. They kind of cut the series because he's related to the family.
Mm-hmm.
That much rated because of that connection.
Yeah.
Hollywood is it's very funny that way.
Even look at it this way.
Yeah.
This is somewhat debatable.
Yeah.
But he still has been able to get work. Charlie Sheen is the son of Martin Sheen, right? Martin Sheen is his father. Now, Martin Sheen still has his career. But it's been a while since we've seen Charlie. Okay? Now, Charlie was able to have his own show after 2.5 Men, Anger Management. So, Hollywood gave him a second chance. But it didn't affect Martin Sheen's career. Now, Emilio Estevez, his brother, on the other hand, we ain't seen him do nothing. That's a different story. But I think the reason why Emilio doesn't have the career that his brother has, because Emilio's talented too. The only reason why I think Emilio doesn't have the career that his father has is because Emilio decided, hey, I'm gonna stay with my Hispanic pride and keep my name. He didn't change his name to what's Charlie Sheen's real name technically would be his name is supposed to be Carlos. It would be Carlos Estevez, I guess. That would be Charlie Sheen's real name. Right. But his father changed his name, whatever. So that's where we're at with that. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, then you know what? I really don't care. I really don't, because I'm not really trying to talk about him. I'm not trying to start any rumors, but right now, I just wanted to make an example of Hollywood giving certain people second chances, but I don't know if they're going to give Jussie one.
Right.
And like I said about affiliations, God forbid Damon Wayans does something very bad, and then it affects the money of Marlon and Keenan and Sean and Kim.
Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm.
God forbid.
Mm-hmm. God forbid, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how Hollywood is. But the good thing about the Wayans brothers is that they produce their own stuff. You know what I'm saying? That family's very smart. The Wayans family's very smart.
Oh, yes. Yes, they do their own production. Yeah, yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So.
In living color, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, all right. What does this do for Jussie going forward, man? And what does this do for other? Because I've heard this. And I need to get to this real quick because this is what me and you talked about off air. All right. So you got on this brother for lying, right? Okay. He shouldn't have been lying. I don't support that. But what about the countless history of lies from racial attacks coming from the other side? Example 1, Black Wall Street got bombed because a racist white woman said that a black man raped her. Okay. She got off the hook. Point number 2. The racist white woman that said that that lied against Emmett Till that resulted in his death. She got let off the hook.
Yeah.
Point number 3. Another known popular attack. Another racist white woman said that she was raped in that town of Rosewood in Florida, and then they slaughtered and murdered and burned down that town, and that was a lie.
Yeah, that was a lie.
And then she got off the hook. Okay, I could keep talking because there was more. Okay, Zaccheus, you see the pattern here.
I see where we're going with it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I can definitely connect the two because you see, let me tell you something. When that lady mentioned, she finally came out after 50, 60 years of 60 years, okay, saying that that Emmett Till was telling the truth and she lied. The media never. Now I gotta repeat. I'm not gonna repeat myself again. They never. And that was it. You didn't hear nothing more about it.
Yeah, you got charges against Jussie, but you ain't got charges against them.
Exactly. Like exactly. He did one. Okay. He's wrong for lying.
He's wrong, and he got to deal with, and he got to deal with the law. I get it. So I'm not giving him a pass.
I get it. A woman that lied and caused Emmett Till, I know we're going back to the past, caused Emmett Till's death. 18-year-old, I know it was 60 years ago. Death. Caused in that town, Tulsa, because of a lie. In Florida, because of a lie. Look.
And I say it like this, sure and that man,
there's more situations,
and that young boy, and that young boy, because he was a child, Emmett Till, if she wouldn't have lied, then he wouldn't have died. She lied.
Yes, and she admitted it. Same thing with Michael Jackson. The boys finally came out and said Michael Jackson did not do anything to them. Ridicule when Michael was living, you ridiculed him.
Yeah.
They try to mess them up. Hey, these people are gonna kill me. They ridicule. They run his name to the dirt. And the black man, they love you, and the same way they can turn around, they can kill, they can curse you,
spit you out. Yeah.
Oh, we have to cross our I's and dot our T's.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. I hold the justice system hasn't held them accountable, but that's the problem. The justice system hasn't held them accountable, but in my eyes, the stories that I just told are the cause of thousands of black people losing their lives, man. I got a problem with that. I got uncomfortable with that, man. So
yeah,
all right. I let's move on. Let's go into the Oscars. Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
Burberry. Jesus. Okay, what the heck is wrong? What's okay? I know what's going on. Let me not act surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Why does this world think we're stupid? I mean, I think they just think black people are just stupid, just inherently stupid some way. So Burberry, you thought that you was gonna have a model wear a hoodie with a long rope and then tie the knot to make it look like a noose and not make it look like as if you didn't know that was a noose. And then you want to apologize and say, "Oh well, hold on. Did they even apologize? I don't know. Some representative of that fashion show apologized and said
it was an apology somewhere. I read something where it was an apology, and but
I don't
still
right. I don't know if it was Burberry the brand, but I think it might have been a representative of the fashion show apologized and said, "We're sorry. Suicide is, that noose represents suicide, and suicide is not a joke." No, that noose represents lynching, not suicide. Lynching.
Right.
Don't butter it up now.
Right.
We ain't stupid.
Right. They threw in the word suicide. Yeah.
So once again, we'll be adding another brand to that list that we will be boycotting.
Yeah.
This is okay. I just want to talk to my people out there, man. Just stop supporting them, man. Just stop supporting these racist fashion. Just stop it as much as you can. You don't need them. Another designer is gonna break your heart next. What's next? Michael Kors, Kenneth Cole, Donna Karan.
Right.
I mean, somebody's next.
Right.
Prada, Gucci.
Mm-hmm.
Fendi is probably next. Christian Dior. Somebody is. Now Burberry.
Yeah.
Marc Jacobs, Louis Vuitton years ago got caught out there saying something racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what's you already know about Tommy Hilfiger. I mean, what's next? I mean, that coolest monkey in the jungle photo from H&M, and black people boycotted it for 2 seconds, and then they're running up in H&M still. That didn't stop them.
Yeah, that didn't stop the that didn't cause any totally stop a boycott. I mean, it was at 2 seconds for maybe a few minutes, and then they run. See, all of us run into H&M. I seen it. So, yeah. So it's like on those accept it. We have a lot of us that accept it and say, you know what, it is what it is. But I need that product in there, so they accept it. And you know what? I want to. I was watching something on Netflix. Killer Mike. Big up to Killer. Is it Killer? I think it's Killer Mike.
Yeah, Killer Mike.
He was doing an experiment. He was in Atlanta. He was supporting black products only. Meaning that the man didn't even drive. He's like, you know what? Since black people we don't make cars, so therefore I must just walk. went into some, walk into some black owned businesses, like maybe a barber shop, Then he walked into to some food joints. He walked into some food, and then it was like, but that was it. Then he went into a brother that was doing the bike for the bike, having kids repair the bike in the community, black owned, and there was a few. That was it. But other than that, the cities don't have black owned businesses. Most you'll find is maybe black barbershops and maybe some restaurants. That's about it. But something to watch, and it was quite interesting. A lot of us don't know a lot of stuff, so we gotta start working on what we building our own community up and circulating money in our own community.
Yeah, I just feel like
go to white. Yeah,
I just feel like this is it's blatant disrespect, and I just want black people to understand this. This is something that happens every day, but for some reason it's intentionally happening. It's almost like they're trying to bait black people into saying, yeah, you still gonna buy our products, so we could disrespect you, disrespect your culture, disrespect your history, and you're still gonna buy our products. I feel like they're testing us. I feel like they're testing us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I never supported, every upscale fashion designer that we talked about on the Blackface and Gucci episode. I've never bought anything from them at all. I've been gifted Burberry cologne before, which is some of the best cologne you'll ever smell in your life. But that was when I was in high school.
Right.
I ain't never spent my own money on Burberry, nothing after that. You know what I'm saying? No Gucci, no Prada, no Fendi. I know somebody's probably sitting there thinking, well, Fifth, the only reason why you ain't bought it because you can't afford it. Okay, the only reason why I haven't bought it is because, number one, I can care less. Number two, I can't afford it. That's true. But if I'm going to afford something, if I'm going to spend something, I'm going to spend something on something that I want. And it's going to be with somebody that I know that has some respect for my people, at least. You know what I mean?
Right.
That I know of. I don't know everything. I'm pretty sure there's something in my closet right now that somebody might have did. I don't know. But if if I do know, I ain't about to go out there and be the first one in line for a Gucci product or something from Prada.
Right.
Yeah, that stuff is expensive. Balenciaga, Hermes, and all that stuff. Yeah, that stuff is expensive. I know. And no, I can't afford that. I can't afford that and pay rent and have everything else that I have in my possession. Priorities. But I'm not. I'd rather support. I grew up, and I thank God my mother. I thank God I grew up in an era where there was a couple clothing lines popping off that our people was doing. When Sean John first came out, when I was a little kid, I wanted Tommy Hill. I wanted Tommy Hill and all of that, right? Then it got to a point when we found out when we knew what time it was with Tommy Hill, we was done with Tommy Hill. And what was we copping? Kalkanai, Fubu, and then Diddy came out with Sean John.
Yes.
So we was rocking Sean John.
Yeah.
Mesquite, Willie Esco. Fubu definitely was. Shoot, we loved Fubu growing up. You know what I mean?
For us, by us, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I want Fubu to make a comeback. For stuff like this, we need Fubu to make a comeback, and we need to get Kalkanai back. And Kalkanai still making clothes, thank God. You know what I mean? Cross Colors made a comeback. Aka made a comeback. Wait a
minute, Cross Color did make a comeback,
right?
Yep.
Aka made a comeback too. You know who Aka is, right? The African American Alliance College, whatever the heck you call it. The one with the For those who know what I'm talking about, I know what Aka is. If you watch The Breakfast Club, Charlamagne has on the hoodies, okay? Also, if you watch episodes of Martin, he got on a Howard University sweater, shirt, and all that, and all the mother HBCU sweaters and hoodies. You know, that was made by ACA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyway, so, you know, T.I. talked to us, man. And T.I. already talked to us and told us, yo, support his brand, support a couple other brand, Amir James, and a couple other name brands he put on his Facebook when he was, talking about leading the charge. I don't know if I would say that he is leading the charge, but he's one of the people that's leading the charge against boycotting Prada and Gucci. So, and then he mentioned black-owned brands that we could support. You know what I mean? So, you know, the whole point of boycotting these brands is because at least we can say that we're not going to put money in the hands of people who disrespect our culture. That's all that is.
That's all it is. Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know, and then we put that back into our own people because the only people who's going to support black businesses is black people anyway. You don't see white people supporting black businesses, and any business that is owned by white people, they don't have to worry about their stuff not being supported because their stuff is always supported. I mean, let's just keep it real. I mean, I ain't never heard of a white businessman, a white-owned businessman saying that black people are not buying his products, so that's why it's failing. No, he doesn't need black. Gucci does not need black people to buy their product for Gucci to succeed. But I will say that because black people spend $1.3 trillion in consumer goods, that there are companies out there that do depend on our money. So if Gucci and Prada is one of those companies, then they have to treat us right. And every company that wants our money and wants to do business with us, whether you're white owned, Asian owned, Latino owned, and even black owned, even our people, you have to respect the culture that you want to do business with. You have to respect that culture. You can't.
You have to respect it. Yes,
you have to. If you want their business, you need to respect them. And I'm talking to my people's own clothes too. Black people respect. You know, if you're a black-owned business and you got a store and black people are coming up in there and buying from you, respect them.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, I hear black people all the time. Yo, man, I try to support this black-owned restaurant, but them they was rooting there, man. They was talking crazy to us. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? That might be true. So I want to tell black folks, step your customer service game up, black folks, and understand that it's a privilege for us to do business with each other. It is not an entitlement. Oh, just because we're a black business, black people got to support us. No. It is a privilege.
It's a privilege, yeah.
To do business with your own.
Yeah.
You got to treat it like that. I hate when black businesses want to act all nice when people from another culture want to buy from them. What? You got to. Sorry, knock my mic over. I need black people of black-owned businesses that are truly black-owned to keep that same energy of great customer service that you do for white folks for black people.
Right.
Oh, I've seen it done before. Sadly, you go up in there, you know, you get talked to crazy, and then, you know, somebody of a lighter skin complexion walks in there and it's all smiles.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We are going to love. This is what we're going to do, black people. We are going to love and respect each other. Now, let me talk to white folks. White people, when we do business with each other, we need to have that same energy of love and respect too. Okay? So I'm talking to both communities. You know, Asian community too. When we're coming up there, when we're going into your stores and we're buying clothes or Chinese restaurants, if we're going in there and we're getting and we're ordering Chinese food from you, we will love and respect you if you love and respect us. Right. It has to go both ways. Okay? If you don't want our money, then you don't want our money. That's fine. To be honest with you, I want, if anything, if you are a business that is racist against black people, just say that you are. That way I know what the time is before I walk in that store. Just let me know that you are. I'll leave you alone. Right. I won't even protest you. I won't. Because there's a goods and the services that you want to sell to whoever you want to sell. I won't even protest you. Just let me know you don't like black people. Just let me know. Let me know you don't like black people, and I won't deal with you. Easy.
Right.
Very easy. Treat us like you did. Treat us like you did during segregation. When it comes to business. Notice how I said when it comes to business. Because I just want to, if some people said, dang, treat us like they did in segregation, you don't want that, Fifth. What I mean is, as a business, treat us like you did during segregation. That way we already know you already racist. You make it easy for us.
Right.
Gucci and Prada, just say you don't want black people wearing your clothes. That'll definitely wake some of these sleeping black folks up that still want to buy your product. Just say it.
Yeah.
Burberry, just say, you know what? We don't want your business, black people. We don't. Please say that. Please. I'm begging them to do that. I'm begging every business.
So at least you know where you stand.
Thank you. Same thing with the supermarkets. Oh my God, I want Walmart so badly to tell us they don't like us. I haven't bought nothing from Walmart in months. I get my food. I live in Dallas right now currently, even though I'm about to move again. I usually buy most of my groceries from Tom Thumb, a grocery supermarket called Tom Thumb. I mean, I want Walmart so bad. If it's true, Walmart, to let me know that you do not want black people in your stores. If you say that, please tell us that. I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. Black people spend so much money in Walmart. Oh, we spend a lot of money in Walmart. And we also work for Walmart.
Gosh,
and we also work for Walmart. So if
a lot of black folks that work for Walmart.
Thank you.
A lot.
So if
I see that.
I
see it.
So if a business such as Walmart or Target or Sears or Macy's just says black people, we do not want your money, it will be a mass boycott. Please. I'm begging y'all to do that. I'm begging all y'all Fortune 500 companies that say that you don't want black people's money. Please say it. So we could boycott every last one of y'all. Now, for those who love and respect us, we love you back because we're gonna continue to be patrons of these businesses. Right. We do.
Right.
Like shout outs to Nike. Nike took the high road and said, for all you guys coming at Kaepernick, that's all right. We have no problems with Kaepernick. We understand his cause. And we will support him. Right. You know what happened? You know what happened? So many black folks were relieved at that because they actually was like, good. Now I could actually feel happy about buying Nike. Now that I know that Nike is behind Kaepernick.
Yes.
And it hasn't hurt Nike's business like that. Nike is still doing very well, even after that.
Very well.
Well, because Nike is smart. Nike knows Nike can support Kaepernick and support the troops at the same time. Because Nike knows that what Kaepernick did had nothing to do with the troops. Right. That's why.
Right.
And that's why I just don't like it. The divide is you lied on the man and saying that he did this when he didn't, and then you want to make people choose. Oh, well, he got to choose between, you got to choose between the troops and him. No, you don't. All you have to do is choose between police brutality and him, because that's what he was protesting against, police brutality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Nike made an easy decision and say, well, we don't support police brutality, so we're going to support Kaepernick, because that's what that was all about. It ain't about the troops. It was about what side you on. Or you on the side of the oppressor with police brutality, or you on the inside of fighting for injustice against police brutality.
Right. Police brutality. Yeah.
That was the only decision Nike had to make. And other businesses have been too chicken crap to even speak out against that.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. We got to handle... okay, Zaccheus, I'm sorry. I went on a somewhat of a rant. I didn't mean to.
That's okay.
Anything you got to say, and then we're going to end off with the Oscars and just get this over with.
Let's support our businesses out there. If you know of a black business, if you know, even support the ones that support us, so that don't mind respecting us, and then saying, listen, like Nike. I have like 2 pairs of Nike sneakers, two or three, and I definitely support Nike, and I admired Nike for standing behind Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm.
So let's support our business. Let's go support our businesses and support businesses that love us back.
Exactly.
What I say. Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get into the Oscars. Let me give my disclaimer. Number one, I don't give a crap about the Oscars. I don't. But some people do. So we'll talk about it. And for those who won, this is what they care about. So I will respect that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. A lot of news has been going on surrounding the amount of black people who have won awards at the Oscars. Okay.
Yes.
I feel like the only reason why they even let some of these black actors and actresses win is because the Oscars ratings have been very bad lately, and they realize how many black people watch the Oscars when one of ours gets nominated. Ever since Jada Pinkett boycotted the Oscars, and they got Chris Rock, almost said his brother's name. They got Chris Rock to host that one year. They tried to get Kevin Hart this year, but they started pulling some of his tweets that he said that offended some gays back then. And he apologized, and he got to a point where he said, "You know what? I'm tired of apologizing. I did what I did. Okay."
Right.
And then so he decided not to host the Oscars. He stood strong. I respect him for that. Mm-hmm. So it was already some pushback as far as our community with watching the Oscars anyway. So the ones who won did deserve it. I will say that. But I just want to get into something. Mm-hmm. You wait till the year 2019 so that Spike Lee could win an award. Black Klansman was a good movie.
Yes, it was. It was. I watched
it.
But
he should have got an Oscar for Malcolm X.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna applaud you for saying that. It's true.
That's when he should have won. Okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So he was happy. He was very happy. And, okay, good. I mean, I honestly thought Spike Lee got to the point where he didn't really care about the Oscars. But anyway, Mahershala Ali won best.
Mahershala Ali, yeah.
I hope I'm saying his name right. He won his award for best supporting actor in the movie Green Book. Green Book won for best picture.
Right.
Regina King won for best supporting actress in If Beale Street Can Talk.
That was an okay movie. Yes, it was. Mm-hmm.
Black Panther won for best original music score.
Mm-hmm.
Also, production. What is it? They won also in I think costume. What's that category? Black Klansman won. Black Klansman won for best adapted screenplay.
Yeah, it did pretty good, man.
Best costume design went to Black Panther.
Black Panther, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Best production design went to Black Panther. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, good movie by the way. Won best animated feature, and that cast was had black representation in that cast as well. For the voice, the ones who did the voiceovers. Okay. So this is why there's been a lot of news surrounding this. But you know what?
Yeah.
You notice that if somebody black does win, it's really only for supporting actor or actress. You notice that?
Supporting.
They barely get it for lead. Now, Sidney Poitier, let's go through the history. Sidney Poitier won for lead. Denzel won for lead.
Yeah.
For Training Day. Jamie Foxx.
Sidney Poitier, I was trying to remember.
Jamie Foxx won for Ray, Best Actor.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
And Forrest Whitaker won Best Actor for Last King of Scotland.
Right.
Only one black female won for leading role in a film, and that's Halle Berry.
For Monsters Ball?
Yeah.
That was yeah.
Everybody else was supporting. Monique was supporting. Lupito was supporting for 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah. Going through the history.
I'm forgetting the women. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting.
Hattie McFanny.
Hattie McDaniel was the first one for that. Going with the Wind. She was Mammy. Mammy.
Yeah.
You know,
Mammy, yeah.
Friggin' she had to sit all the way in the back because it was segregated, so she couldn't even sit up front. She had to sit all the way in the back. People don't want to talk about that history of the Oscars.
Exactly. I remember, yes.
You know, she won for being a mammy. Jesus Lord.
Yeah.
Who else won supporting? Who won supporting?
Supporting that. It's what about Fences? The lady for Fences.
Oh, that's right. Viola Davis got supporting actress as well. There we
Viola
go.
for Fences. Yeah.
There we go. There we go. I might be forgetting something. I don't know. Did Angela Bassett get supporting for Love Got to Do with It?
But I believe she did. For Love Got to Do with It, but I think it was something that she got an award for. I'm trying to remember.
Might have been a different movie, huh?
Yeah, different film. I'm trying to remember what the film was, but yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. I might be wrong about the Angela Bassett one. Although Angela Bassett, she deserves all the accolades.
And we got to mention. I
believe Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson won Best Supporting for Dreamgirls. I don't want to forget her.
For Dreamgirls. What about Cicely Tyson? Cicely Tyson for maybe Sounder, or she won something.
What, for Miss Jane Pittman?
Well, she did good. Maybe she did good for Miss Jane Pittman. She did good. I don't know if she won.
Octavia Spencer won Best Supporting for The Help.
The Help. Oh yes, she was good in that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so but that movie was just subservient. Anyway, that's another conversation. That's another conversation. But anyway, so they won. I want to congratulate all of those who won, even the ones I didn't mention.
Yes.
Let's see who won. Best film was Green Book. A lot of people said that that Roma should have been Roma or A Star Is Born should have got that. That's what some people were saying.
Yeah.
Best actor was Rami Malek from Bohemian Rhapsody. Best actress was Olivia Colman for The Favorite. I never even heard of that movie. Never even heard of that movie.
Never heard of it either.
Best director, Alfonso Cuarón, Roma. Best documentary, Free Solo. Best foreign language film was Roma. Best original screenplay was Green Book. That's different from adapted screenplay. I just want to let people know. Those are separated.
Yeah.
Okay. So, shout outs to Spike Lee and Jordan Peele for being
to them,
behind Black Klansman.
Oh yes, for sure. Yeah.
And you know, I just want to say that. So, congratulations to all y'all. Love and respect. Okay?
Yep.
For everybody. For everybody.
Big
for everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I just wanted to talk about I wanted to highlight some of the some of our people who won, only because there's been because of the history and the controversy between black people winning Oscars or not winning, you know, the fact, you know, of not being represented well. And I just want to tell my people, yo, man, forget the Oscars, forget the Grammys, forget the Emmys, man. We, you know, as long as we acknowledge and appreciate each other, we're fine. You know, do like the Latino community does. The Latino community has values their Latino theme awards. I mean, they really value it.
Yes,
they really do. And they've been doing, they've been doing this before Selena. Okay. So I just want black people to have that same appreciation for the Image Awards, the Trumpet Awards, and, you know, and Soul Train and stuff like that or whatever. You know, I just want black people to have the same attitude that the Latino community has for their Latino awards. They really love it, man. And we should love ours. They love theirs. We should love ours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if the Oscars don't nominate you, or you get nominated and you don't win, it's whatever. We know you're great.
Yeah.
You know you're great. And that's all that matters.
Right.
In a lot of ways,
it's definitely appreciated.
And I just want to say something to my people who out there with the Oscars. You notice that when some of them win an Oscar, their career actually takes a dive. That shouldn't happen, but that's usually what happens sometimes. Look at Monique. Monique won for Precious, and now she's blackballed by Hollywood.
It's crazy. That's true. That is true. Yes, that's true. That's true.
You know, Halle Berry won an Oscar, and then all of a sudden her movies are going straight to DVD. So, you know, Denzel has been able to stand the test of time because he still has been able to have a remarkable career even after. He had a remarkable career before he won, and then he's been able to continue a remarkable career after he's won. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, some people are calling dang, let me say his name right. You know, some people are calling Mahershala Ali the next Denzel. Don't do that.
Mahershala Ali, they're calling him the next Denzel?
They're calling him the next Denzel. Don't do that, please. Just let him be him. Let him be him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And if he wins more Oscars, more power to him. But let him be one. This is his second one. He won for Best Supporting in Moonlight, and then he won for Best Supporting in Green Book. So,
yes.
Okay, fine. But let's just keep calm. Okay? Let him have his career. Let him, you know, just let the man have his career. You know, and you know, and we'll hope for everybody else. I mean, there have been wonderful black male actors who deserve awards and haven't gotten it. Like Idris Elba definitely deserves something. Jaimin Hansu deserves something. Which I think Which I think he won a SAG award or something like that, or NAACP Image Award. Iman Walker is a great actor. He should have got an award back when he was doing Oz. Iman Walker is the brother on Chicago Fire, the police chief. Okay, so you know, Jamie getting his award for Ray. I mean, he had to get that. He had to. You know.
Yes.
But Jamie Foxx is great. Will Smith. Will should have got an award. You want to talk about somebody who's been overlooked? Will Smith. He should have got an award for Ali.
Yo, I'm gonna applaud you for saying that. He played the mess out of Ali.
He should have got an Oscar. He should have got an Oscar for Ali. He
played the mess out of Ali. Yeah, he did. He really represent Ali. I thought he was Ali.
Yeah. Well, he did very good. He did great in Ali. He did great in Pursuit of Happiness.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does Will even have an Oscar? Did he get an Oscar for Pursuit of Happiness?
Man, I gotta look into that. Let
me see. Let me see if he won.
Yeah, I think he won for something else though.
Will Smith. No, wait. Will Smith.
I think it was something else.
He was nominated.
Just nominated, yeah. But he did good in Pursuit of Happiness.
He got golden. He got a Golden Globe for that. Okay.
Yeah.
He got a Golden Globe for
Pursuit of Happiness.
Wait, hold on. They're saying he got. Wait, hold on. What did he get? Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We wanted to get the facts here. He won. So it says he has 2 Academy Awards. Has Will Smith won an Oscar? The actor may have his best chance. Oh, Concussion. He got he's been nominated. Okay, he's been nominated a lot because he got nominated for Concussion. He did.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't really think that movie was all that. To be honest with you,
I didn't really pay attention to it so much, but yeah, Concussion.
Yeah. How many Academy? Will Smith has been nominated for 5 Golden Globes. He's been nominated for 5, and he's been nominated
5, yeah.
and has been nominated twice for Academy, which is the Oscars, and has won 4 Grammys. He's only been nominated for 2 Oscars.
Right.
And that's Pursuit of Happiness and Concussion.
And Concussion, yeah. Did good.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Another actor I would say overlooked by the Academy Awards, but he got the Golden Globes. But you know, hey, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about the awards? We're gonna get up out of here because we kind of running overtime somewhat.
Big up to Spike and big up to those who won awards. Mashallah Ali, Regina King.
Yeah.
Those who I've been watching her in film from since 227. So big up to her, big up to those who won awards, man, and especially our people, man. Big up, man. I was so happy when Spike Lee won that because it was overly well deserved.
Regina is very
Regina
talented.
King was overly well deserved.
Very talented. I would say most things I see Regina do, when given the range, she has done an excellent job.
Yeah.
I'm going to name some. Okay. She did very good in her role in Ray. You know?
Oh, yes.
She did. She's one.
Yes,
she did. She can act a behind off, man. Ain't nobody really messing with Regina, man. Regina ain't playing when she act, man. She ain't playing.
Oh, she hands down, Regina is a great, phenomenal actress.
Yeah, man.
Hands down. Yeah.
She could carry a movie, man. She's very talented, man.
Oh
very
yeah,
talented.
definitely.
Very
definitely.
talented, beautiful black woman, man.
For real, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wish her the best, man.
And then,
yeah.
oh yeah.
All right. So we're gonna get up out of here. Zaccheus, where can they reach you, man?
You can reach me at on Facebook, Wayne Zaccheus Bacchus on Facebook, also on Twitter at Wayne Bacchus at Wayne Bacchus 2 on Twitter. That's at Wayne Bacchus 2 on Twitter. Also on Instagram, Zaccheus B73 on Instagram. Yeah.
Exactly. All right. You can hit me up at the 5th General on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. All right. We'll see y'all next time. This is another episode of Mr. Z and 5th. Signing off. Zaccheus and the 5th General. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace.